Blessings, dear ones. This is Amanda Amethyst with a lunar tarot scope for you for the time period between the new moon in Taurus on May 6th and the full moon in Sagittarius on May 21st, 2016. So first of all, I hope you all had a blessed Beltane and are enjoying this beginning of summer season. It's a really fun time of year. It's nice to get back outside and explore and play outside. So this new moon, we have both the solar and lunar energies in Taurus, which is a pretty different energy than all of the Aries energy that we've been working with a lot lately. So Taurus is an earth sign, and it's all about our physical bodies, the material world, our homes, our daily lives, our money. It's a really lovely energy, and yeah, to go along with that, one of the messages that I have been receiving the most repeatedly lately is also a very nice message, and it is to commit to self-love. So again, the most repetitive message that I've been receiving for myself and also for others is to commit to self-love and to really put yourself and put myself, put ourselves as number one. So that's a pretty sweet message. For some people, it could be a little bit more, it can feel like more of a challenge than for others. For some, this comes quite naturally, and for others, not as much. And that's okay. Wherever you're at, that's perfect. So for me, I have felt called to participate in a self-marriage process. So that's one thing that you could do is, I know several people who have married themselves, and that's a really beautiful thing. It does not mean that you can never marry anybody else, but it's really a sign of your commitment, a symbol of your commitment to yourself, which is a really beautiful and a really powerful thing, and something that I feel we could use more of at this time. So some questions that go along with this self-care and self-love are to ask what the different aspects of yourself are asking for or needing. So for example, what is your physical body asking for? What is your emotional body asking for? What is your mental body asking for? And what is your spiritual body asking for? It may be something as simple as acknowledgement or a thank you for getting you this far, or it may be a little bit more complex. We are truly the only ones who can meet all of our needs. So if you have not already done so or made it a priority to do this, I invite you to take this time and this opportunity to prioritize yourself, your health, your well-being, your joy, your pleasure, your sleep, your dreams, your hopes, your goals. Of course, it's still important to remain mindful of others in our lives as well. When we prioritize ourselves and make just a little bit of time each and every day to show ourselves self-love and care, even if that's only 5 minutes or 2 minutes, that will really refill our cups, so to speak, and we will be able to share even more with all of those who we love in this world. So that way everybody wins. You may even take this opportunity to suggest a self-care and self-love regimen to others in your life. And of course, if they're not into it, don't take it personally. It doesn't mean anything about you. It's just a reflection of where they're at right now. And everybody is in the perfect place for their journey, always. Okay, so I'd like to also speak a little bit about the distinction between self-love and egoic self-serving. So in our culture, we're taught that being selfish is wrong or bad somehow, when in fact it is completely natural and healthy to choose what is in our highest good, so long as it's not harmful to others. There is a difference, however, between choosing what is truly in your highest good and choosing something that makes your ego feel good. So this is an important distinction to learn how to make. And of course, it is a learning process, and every learning process is full of mistakes. So continue to be gentle with yourself as you keep on learning and growing. But I really invite you to take the time to ask yourself, keep yourself on track with this by asking yourself why you want to do certain things. Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to say this? Why do I want to be in this situation or in this relationship, etc., etc. The more that we ask ourselves, the more that we'll continue to get to know what we truly think and how we truly feel about things. And so we'll be able to make more and more decisions and take more and more actions that are truly aligned with us and with our highest path. So this is a continuation, as you can see, this is a continuation of the energy that we've been experiencing up until this point. We're continuing to very deeply get to know ourselves. So of course, the natural next step in this process, after we are truly getting to know ourselves and accept ourselves, is of course to commit to showing our amazing selves the love that we all truly deserve. And who better to do that than you? Who better to show you love in exactly the way that you need than you? And finding out exactly what it is that has an effect of you feeling loved and feeling appreciated and feeling amazing, feeling lovable, feeling worthy. The more that we can create this for ourselves, the more that we can tell others how to create that for us, and the more we know to ask others how we can create this for them. So really taking care of ourselves and showing ourselves love is one of the best things that we can do to positively affect our relationships with other people as well. This is also radical self-acceptance and radical self-reliance. So in doing this, in meeting all of our own needs, and in ending our expectations that others will meet those needs for us, we are truly showing up for ourselves, and we are able to come to this realization that we no longer need an other or an external partner to feel fulfilled. In truth, we never did need that. Okay, so that is, those, I guess, are the messages which I received prior to the reading and felt compelled to share with you. So for the reading, we'll be using the Fifth Tarot, which is a deck created by Martine and Teresina Bockins. And there's a website for this deck, it's thefifthtarot.com. And I have some oracle cards as well, which I may pull from all of these or just one or two. There's the Crystal Allies Oracle by Naisha Eshan, the Angels of Atlantis Oracle by Stuart Pearce, and the Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue. And as you can see from my little altar back there, the Goddess is very dear to me, and it's a path that I follow. So we'll probably use a Goddess card. Okay, so we're asking for guidance. So at this time, I call upon my higher self, my subconscious inner child, my fully awakened adult, all of my guides, ancestors, angels, ascended masters, star beings, inner earth beings, elementals, all beings who wish to support me and wish to support each of you for all of our highest good at this time. And if you would like to, you can call upon your subconscious inner child, your fully awakened adult, your higher self, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, your ascended masters, any and all beings who support you, love you unconditionally, and wish to support this reading. You can call upon them now if you'd like to. If you have a particular intention in mind, you can bring that to your mind at this time. Otherwise, this will be a general reading to offer us guidance for this time period between the new moon on May 6th and the full moon on May 21st, 2016. And I will say that if you happen upon this video outside of that time period, the message is still relevant for you in some way. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm not used to holding it up this high. Okay. So we've got our 3 tarot cards. I'm going to pull a card from the Crystal Allies Oracle as well. There's that one. Oh, it's 2. Interesting. And also the Angels of Atlantis Oracle. Let's see what angelic guidance is coming through for us. Okay. Our first tarot card is the 8 of Feathers Focus. This card depicts a woodpecker and also 8 other feathers. And it brings emphasis to the head, to the crown. So this bird has a red marking on its head, and also to the throat area. Oops. 8 of Feathers Focus. So this card sometimes I go a little bit quiet for a moment because some information is coming through and it goes through a process before it comes out of my mouth. It doesn't come through as words oftentimes, so it takes sometimes a little while to sort of translate the message, if you will. So this card has a lot to do with intention and keeping our awareness focused on that intention. You can see these feathers sort of look like an arrow shooting in one direction, and then also the markings on the bird have a similar effect of the arrow. And it's interesting that there's one arrow facing up and one arrow facing down. It's very grounded. So this card is reminding us of the importance of having a clear intention and staying focused on that intention and also on our goals. So of course, when we are creating things in this world, we have our intention or our goal, what it is that we're hoping to accomplish, and then we also have a plan or a series of actions which we're going to take. And so this card is reminding us to stay focused on our ultimate goal. Of course, it's also good to bring focused attention to all of the steps along the way, but sometimes it's important for us to reevaluate the situation because perhaps what we thought might be the best plan of action initially might not actually be bringing us closer to our goal. So this card is reminding us to stay focused on our intention, on our goals, and to continue to move towards that end. Okay? Our next card is another Feathers card. So this is having to do with the air suit is our mental body. It's our thoughts, logical thinking, our view of the world. So this card is the 10 of Feathers, Solar Logos. And you can see that there are 10 macaw feathers and there's a beautiful spiral on this as well. So this is a natural unfoldment of this is a natural unfoldment, and I get a sense of letting go. So perhaps letting go of how you previously perceived the world to be, or how you previously perceived a particular person or issue in your life, or whatever the case may be for you. It's letting go and allowing the perfection of divinity to flow. As we said earlier in this video, everybody is always exactly in the right place for their soul's evolution. Sometimes when we're going through something that we perceive to be a difficult time, or something that we perceive to be an unpleasant time, it doesn't seem like we are in the exact right place. But for whatever reason, that's the path that our soul has chosen, and it is getting us to our end, to where we're meant to be, to where we've chosen to go. The solar logos, this, oh, it's actually not a macaw, it's a sun. I don't remember the name of the bird, but it's a bird that's associated with the sun, and so a lot of solar energy in this. We can see also behind that top feather the sun shining and the light rays radiating out. So this is illumination. This is solar empowerment. This is a lot of fiery energy. This is a lot of masculine empowerment and clarity. So again, so we've got the focus with this card, and then we also have a lot of clarity with the solar logos, and allowing ourselves to be on the path. So both of these, if you look at the feather patterns on both of these cards, there's a pattern in both of them, and they're both very obviously going somewhere. So when we have this combination of our awareness being focused on our intention and on our goals, as well as that aspect of allowing and allowing what is to be. That combination will be very helpful for us in this time. And they're both the air suit, so they're both our mind. They're both the way that we're thinking or perceiving reality. So don't get caught up in past patterns of believing or knowing. Don't allow other people's view of the world to influence your own. And then the last, okay, it's a powerful card. The last tarot card which we've received for this time period is a Major Arcana card, card number 13, Death. So I feel like this card kind of gets a bad rap in the tarot. A lot of people are afraid of this card. This card signifies the end of something, so that something else can either be reborn or start. So this is the Death card. So in ancient Egyptian culture, Kemetic culture, souls would ride across the river and enter into the world of the dead. And so there's this aspect of it's a continuation. It's not just over when there's death. There's that, they had that knowing of the continuation of cycles of death and rebirth, and that is what is being called upon right now for us. So this is also the water suit in this deck, so that has to do with our emotional body. What's lying beneath the surface. So this card may be indicating that an emotional pattern that we used to hold or that you used to hold, it's now time to let that go, to allow that to die so that new life can begin. All right? So there's also a sense of allowing here, because when we're struggling against something, it's never going to work out very well. But when we allow things to be as they are, so what needs to die right now? So earlier on, we had questions of what does each of our bodies need? Well, what do we not need? So we're asking ourselves, what do I need? Of course, that brings up things that are no longer serving us. So this card is just saying, let it go. If it's not serving you anymore, and you are asking yourself, what does my physical body need? What does my emotional body need? What does my mental body need? What does my spiritual body need? When you get those answers, probably those answers, for example, I need more sleep. That means that you have to allow staying up all night, that pattern, to die. Okay? It could be as simple as something like that, or it could be something that is much deeper. Not that that's not deep, but I think you get what I'm saying. It could be something that you have more of an attachment to, which is often the case. And of course, this is also a major arcana card, which means that it's a very significant point in the soul's journey through life. So this is a big release, a big letting go of something, and then as soon as you let it go, you're going to walk through this doorway to a whole new life, a whole new world. So it's really powerful. This is a beautiful time to allow yourself to really let go and allow whatever is not serving you to die so that you can move on. Okay. So for the Crystal Ally Oracle, we got Tiger's Eye, Balance. So again, with the symbolism that actually is similar to the Death card, in ancient cultures, particularly in ancient Egypt, but in several cultures, when somebody died, their soul would be weighed on a scale against the feather of truth, or whatever it may be in different cultures, to see if that person was holding any guilt. So what do you need to let go of? And this also asks us how we are coming into balance in our lives. So as you ask yourself what you need, that gives you a beautiful opportunity to come into balance. Of course, when I think of balance, I also think of the feminine and masculine aspects of self coming into balance, as well as the more active and more still and receptive parts of ourselves coming into balance. This could be balancing work and personal time. This could be balancing your spiritual life to your quote-unquote mundane life. This could be balancing the amount of time you spend on your relationships and doing things for other people with taking time for yourself. So there's a lot going on with the balance card, but it's really asking you to take a look at that and reminding you of the importance to balance those things out. Tiger Eye is also a very grounding stone. It can be used also for the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra, and it's a fire suit here. So coming back into balance will allow us to really move forward from that place through the solar plexus, which is our will and our willpower. Come back to balance so that you can move forward to truly affect the change that you wish to enact in this world. Our other crystal ally card is Moldavite, Transformation. So this is a storm element. So this is a sort of like the spiritual soul element in this deck. And you can see there's a being that has wings made of Moldavite. Moldavite is a very high vibrational, sort of otherworldly energy stone. It's created when meteorites hit the earth. the sand gets turned into this glass-like moldavite or tektite, but moldavite is a specific type of this stone. So it is of the earth, but it's caused by otherworldly phenomena. So it's interesting that this tiger eye is extremely grounding and the moldavite is extremely high frequency. So again, we've got the up and down. We've got the rising to new heights, and it looks like this person, this being, this angel or fairy or person with wings, whatever it might be, is coming out of a chalice. So we were talking about really taking care of ourselves so that our cup can run over. This is a similar image to what we were talking about earlier, of really allowing ourselves to spring forth, to take care of ourselves so that we have the energy that it takes for transformation. Caterpillars, before they turn into butterflies, they eat a lot. They take in a lot of energy, and then they go very still inside the chrysalis, and their whole body changes, like dissolves, and then is reformed. That takes a lot of energy. So really getting to know yourself and showing yourself the love, coming to a point of balance, will allow you the energy needed to make this transformation. And of course, this is also very tied in with the death card. One needs to die so that you can be transformed and born again. And the angel card that we got is Raphael, Earth Force. A beautiful card. So more earth energy. And this shows a tour in England, which used to be considered to be the heart chakra of the planet. I believe now it's in Peru, is my understanding. And this card also, it's got that angelic energy, and then there's also a crop circle. So it's interesting, it sort of mirrors these crystal cards with the earth and above energy, and this also has the earth and above energy. The Archangel Raphael is an angel of healing. He's also an angel of the green ray. Many beings of the green ray are associated with healing. I made an edit in the video because our very nice neighbor rode by on his driving mower, so it got a little loud there for a minute. So please excuse that interruption. The Angels of Atlantis card, which we received, was Raphael, Earth Force. Raphael is an archangel of the green ray, and he is a master healer. He's also very loving and very powerful. So he was a warrior as well. He's sort of like the reluctant warrior, but he enacts God's will as all angels do. So this card is Earth Force. So it's reminding us of the importance of grounding in our own health and well-being. It's also reminding us of the importance of connecting with the earth and assisting the earth so that our Earth Mother can feel the benefits of health and well-being as well. Okay, so I'll take a look at the little booklet because this is a sound healing deck. And okay. It says, let Gaia hold the stress for you and all will be well. Chant Ha 3 times to open your connection with the earth element within. So I'll leave you with this chant of Ha and connecting to the earth energies. This has been a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading or energy healing session, please get in touch with me at nectarofthegoddesstemple@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Nectar of the Goddess Temple, or Amanda Amethyst on Facebook. Much love and many blessings to all of you. So I'll chant Ha 3 times and I invite you to join me if you'd like to. And you can picture the angel Raphael or the color green. Blessings.